About Oscar night, my deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile.
Reaction is pouring in over Chris Rock's epic takedown of Will Smith.
People like, did it hurt? It still hurts. Will Smith is significantly bigger than me. We are not the same size.
On the first Saturday of March, Netflix did something a bit unconventional with Chris Rock. Mainly, they had him do a live comedy special on their streaming service, and it garnered a lot of attention. And the jokes that were aimed at certain people like Will Smith, Meghan Markle, and more. We'll break it down for you. But before we do that, go ahead and do us a favor by leaving a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. And with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Do you want to win an iPhone 12, maybe a MacBook Pro? How about $500 cash? All you have to do is comment the secret hidden message somewhere in this video. That's it. Oh, and leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so we can keep affording these giveaways. Winner will be announced at the last day of each month. Thanks for watching and good luck. Immediate backlash. There are times when comedians know that they've gone too far with a joke in one form or another, but Chris Rock, not so much. Not in this case, a source close to him noted. He said what he needed to say and doesn't give a shit about the reaction either way. He isn't worried. That might seem like someone blowing smoke, but it's not. Many people have wanted Chris Rock to go off for months now, but he only did it in fits and bursts. But now, he's gotten his say and dropped numerous hammers as a result. As the saying goes, there are two sides to every story, and the Chris Rock side of the Oscar slap story isn't fully told yet. Part of that is because Rock hasn't fully opened up about what he did or what happened or how he felt afterward and so on and so forth. Yes, he's made numerous mentions of the slap during comedy shows and sessions over the past year, but there's a difference between doing it in front of an audience and doing an interview for it. But as with all comedy beats, the moment you make it, you need to see how some are reacting to it. The reactions from the Smiths and beyond. Given all that occurred within the special and all the jokes that were made, many were curious about what Will and Jada would say, especially Will and his thoughts on it. According to several sources, he was hurt in many ways by the special. Will is embarrassed and hurt by what Chris said about him and his family in his Netflix special. He didn't watch it, but he had people tell him what Chris said. A source told ET, "It's everywhere when you look online and on social media, so Will and Jada have seen comments about it. Will apologized to Chris and would like for Chris to let it go." The source added, "Will has worked on himself and he is banned by the Oscars for 10 years. He feels that's enough and wants Chris to move on, so that he and everyone else can too." Will is also upset that Netflix was a part of this and thinks Chris insulting Jada again is below the belt. He's upset that Netflix gave Chris this platform to share these messages and thinks it's distasteful. Though the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air actor still has a lot to say, since he felt terrible for so long about smacking Chris at the Oscars, he's tried unsuccessfully to make amends in the best way he could with Chris. As for Jada, she noted through sources that she felt Chris Rock is obsessed with her and is going out of his way to damage her. For example, the live show was done in Baltimore, which is Jada's hometown. Rock, meanwhile, is reportedly getting some sense of peace from speaking out. A source explained to Daily Mail, Chris wanted to get this out once and for all and be done with it. This is very cathartic to him. Now that he's let it all out, a source told Entertainment Tonight that he's ready for the next chapter. He said everything he wanted to say. It was funny, self-deprecating, and thought-provoking. Chris is ready to move on. But that doesn't mean everyone else is. Other celebrities weighed in on the special and their responses varied wildly. For example, those who were on the side of Chris Rock and his special included August Alsina. August watched the Netflix special and he laughed, a source told the Post. He thought it was not only funny, but truthful. That was the best part for him. A lot of people spoke out against Alsina, the source said, so he was happy to see that Chris Rock seemed to be advocating for the truth and not just making a joke. Another person who was on Chris Rock's side was Marlon Wayans, who felt that the special was Rock's way of healing. It was good to hear him speak about it. You could tell it was passionate, Wayans said. What you heard was somebody that was hurt, somebody that was finding their way to heal in that moment. As for someone who wasn't on his side, that would be Taj Jackson, nephew to the late Michael Jackson, who did not take kindly to Chris Rock making fun of his family over the course of the years. Chris Rock has used my family as punching bags for his entire career, yet I'm supposed to feel bad for him getting slapped and humiliated at the Oscars? He began. After seeing a new clip of him attacking my dead uncle in the first minutes of his retaliation I'm Still Relevant special, I have 3 things to say. 1. What did my family ever do to you to warrant these decades of harassment and your constant bullying disguised as jokes? 2. Just because you were bullied early on in life doesn't give you the excuse to bully others now. 3. Thank you, Will Smith. Yeah, he thanked Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock. That should kinda say it all. Another thing to note here is that the reviews towards the Chris Rock special were also not that kind. Many of them considered the special harmful, with one review noting that Chris Rock was an old man yelling at the clouds, or that he took the low road with everything that he had gone through. Of course, comedy is a subjective thing, so everyone's going to have their different views on it. What might be more important is how Chris Rock handles things going forward. If sources are to be believed, then things are going to cool down with Rock and his enemies in the future, but only time will truly tell. For the most part, they'll be happy if this is the end for the sole reason that they want it to be over, but it all falls on the Smiths and Rock's shoulders to see if peace is truly made. The Netflix comedy show. This all happened at his live Selective Outrage Netflix special on the 4th, where Rock took aim at many people he had issues with, not the least of which were Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, for what happened at the Oscars both recently and several years back. It wasn't until the end of the 1-hour special that he lashed out with a year's worth of resentment. She started that He said of Pinkett Smith's comments that he should quit hosting the Oscars, where he joked about her and Will's boycott of the 2016 ceremony because Will wasn't nominated for his performance in Concussion. Rock said that the slap had nothing to do with him, noting that it erupted from Smith's frustration over his own relationship with his wife. He made fun of their entanglement situation, saying, "Everyone called Will a bitch for putting up with Jada's affair, but I'm the one he hit." Rock was referring to Smith and Pinkett Smith's alleged open marriage, and particularly her relationship with a younger man, Aguss, which caused plenty of speculation and memes once it was brought to light. Will Smith practices selective outrage. "Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that. I didn't have any entanglements," he said pointedly. "I normally would not talk about this shit, but for some reason, these put that shit on the internet. She hurt him way more than he hurt me." He couldn't believe she was still angry about the 2016 joke. "That's how it is. She started it, I finished it. Nobody's picking on this bitch." Rock also said that when people ask if the slap hurt, he answers, "Yes, it hurt. It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ears, but I'm not a victim, baby. You'll never see me on Oprah. I took that hit like Manny Pacquiao." No one denies that he took a shot from Will Smith during that show, but many wonder if what he did during the show was warranted. For example, during the comedy show, he took aim at Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. He did various O.J. Simpson jokes and tied him to black excellence in a way that some wouldn't be comfortable with, and he even called out his own kids as spoiled brats in ways that likely will raise eyebrows when you watch it. However, the main focus that everyone is paying attention to are the Smiths going after the slappers. While Rock was talking about the entanglement that Will and Jada went through, he revealed that he didn't get the actions that they took to resolve it via the Red Table Talk episode that shocked the internet. "I have no idea why two talented people would do something that f***ing low down," Rock continued. "What the f***? We've all been cheated on. Everybody in here has been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television." Rock admitted that when the news broke about the couple, he tried to reach out to Smith. And there you go, everyone. A look at the comedy special Chris Rock did and how things are looking for him now that everyone is reacting as they are. On which side do you fall on the Chris Rock issue? Do you feel that what he did was wrong? Or do you think that some people are taking this too seriously and that he was just being a comedian? Do you think he'll try something like this again? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.